Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host for today's live stream. My name is Connor, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, it's great to have you. If you are a returning viewer, well, it's good to see you back here. If you're just getting in right now, be sure to smash up that like button. We do have an awesome Sunday live stream prepared for you guys today. So strap in, kick your feet up, and get ready for another amazing show. Big shout out to Ghost, Labradoodle, and Dalton Moore, all in here very early before the show is even starting, showing your guys' support. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here, and really appreciate you guys being here nice and early. Let's start things off with our crypto market overview, and then we're going to hop into the charts, as I want to spend a lot of time today mapping out my game plan as the end of February is now quickly approaching and the start of March is almost here. So we're going to go over the game plan. Let's get into it. Before I get into the market overview, big shout out Ghost, Labradoodle, Dalton, obviously. And we also got Elvis, we got Spacetime Jim, we got Alphonse, we got Andrea, we got Cryptoverse Explorer, Riley Hall, David W., All Day Dre, Crypto Futuro. Everybody is here nice and early, the whole community. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. Be sure to smash up that like button right now for the YouTube algorithm. Now, looking at the prices, Bitcoin right now trading at $23,586. It is up 2.5% on the day. Nice little weekend pump. Can we trust this Sunday pump, or should we be looking for long entries lower? I'll be talking about that in this stream. So just stick with me for around 5 more minutes, and then I'll hop into that Bitcoin price chart. But Ethereum right now trading for $1,642, up 4.2% on the day. So right now it is outperforming Bitcoin. And we also have Litecoin. Litecoin looking pretty good here, especially versus the BTC pair. Right now, Litecoin's up 3.2% on the day. Let's take a look at the top gainers. Also, don't forget about LDO. But if we take a look at today's top gainers, we got Velodrome up 30% on the day. Bunch of small caps are all pumping. All right, so that's a very good sign overall for the market. We got Sidus up 22% on the day. Let's go ahead and let's check out Sidus. And Vela too doing pretty good. So low caps are pumping right now. Now Sidus is a metaverse. It's a crypto gaming. You can call it a low cap gem. I mean, when I was telling my private Discord to go ahead and, kind of look into it and get into it, it was below a $10 million market cap. It's actually up, about a 2x. It is up 2x from our entry, right? So the market cap right now is 17 million. But yeah, I think this one could be a real big winner in terms of the metaverse projects. But anyway, Sidus up 22% on the day. Love to see it. Such a beautiful reclaim. Beautiful reclaim of this support, right? You can call this a little deviation here. We'll go to a weekly chart so you can just see it. Obviously, this is a low cap. It's gotten destroyed in the bear market. But the thing is, it's actually a fundamentally solid project. And this is what we look for. We look for that fundamental. And we line it up with the technicals like this, right? When it loses this support level on the weekly time frame, this is your risk basically, all right? You're basically banking on it to reclaim the support here, and this is your risk. It's pretty much at the bottom, so it's a good risk reward. So we took our entry right around here in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord. We're up about 100%. So anyways, low caps moving right now, which is very exciting. Will that continue? We'll see. Definitely depends a lot on Bitcoin. But anyways, taking a look at the other gainers, Velo getting a lot of attention as of late. This is coined as the XRP of Asia, and they essentially don't want to go through the regulation battles that XRP is going through. So a lot of talk about this one. It's been growing like crazy, as you can see, up 385% in the last 30 days alone. In the past 2 weeks, it's up 448%. That's over a 5x in the past 2 weeks. So certainly one to pay attention to. It has $69 million market cap. If it actually is the XRP of Asia, well, it can get to billions. So we'll look into that one today. But yeah, I figured I would kind of just show you it here. A lot of low caps are doing really well. Camelot Dex on Arbitrum. We got Vela Token, Aurora Finance, and LSD Play. So the market's looking pretty good on a Sunday right now. Looking at the top losers for the day, a lot of low caps are also down. that's just kind of the game. But you can see the gainers are much higher than the losers today. So market's looking good right now, but it's a Sunday, so don't get too eager or too excited to do anything. Usually we will get a pretty nice retracement Sunday evening, Monday, and then we can actually start going up for real. So that's kind of a brief introduction to the game plan here. Let's go ahead and get into our Bitcoin technical analysis. Before I start going into this, shout out to Narala saying hello to everyone. What's up, Narala? We got Tintin saying good morning, Connor. What's happening, Tintin? We got Sanretsu. What's up, Sanretsu? Ostia Craig Lanzi coming in from Berlin. Michael saying welcome back, Connor. Hope you're doing good and all is still going well with you. All is well, Michael. Appreciate you always asking, checking in on me. Doing amazing. Hope you're doing well too, brother. We got Nanook. We got Frank the Tank Dgen. Good to see all you guys in here. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here, and let's go to a 1 hour price chart. We actually drop this down to a 15. So over the previous few days, right, we had a very strong sell-off on Friday. We got rejected from 24K, and we came down to 22,800, 22,900. Now, after we made that low at $22,889, we had one nice little bounce up here to 23,259. So this was the range. All right, I went ahead and marked out this range with a simple Fibonacci tool with the 50% range, or the 50% retracement here in the middle to give us a clear picture of our mid-range. As you can see, the Bitcoin price spent most of the weekend trading in this range, except for a few deviations, right? We had a few deviations above and below. And we used the mid-range multiple times as both support and resistance, okay? So I was updating my Discord on this, but essentially I was looking for longs, right? I was saying this is going to break out to the top of the range, and we got that breakout this morning, which is very, very good to see. And it's amazing how well these lines work, these support resistance lines. We got rejected exactly at this line up here at $23,665. This, to me, as far as I'm concerned, was a short squeeze. Not sure it's actual buying momentum higher just yet. I still am biased bullish here. All right, this is kind of very, very zoomed in. This is a 15-minute price chart, just going over the weekend price action. I'll zoom it out in just 1 second. But, you know, this was our weekend range, and we did break out to the upside after some nice deviations, all right? So how you always want to play a range is basically, if you're bullish, you want to look to get in at the bottom, all right? When it deviates, bunch of longs, they'll long the mid-range or they'll long the top. They'll get really impatient. And where do they put their stops? They all put their stops below these wicks, all right? So you as an educated trader, as a shark in the market, not a minnow, you know that the market makers are going to hunt all of the stops below the wicks. So what do? You look to enter at least towards the bottom of the range. And yeah, that kind of worked out well this weekend. This is a great setup, right? You guys should memorize this pattern because when it does present itself, it's a really nice one to trade. Anyways, let's go ahead and zoom this one out. So Bitcoin, let's go to a Coinbase chart as well. Should be a little bit cleaner for us. So Bitcoin here on the daily time frame. Let's go to a weekly chart actually. Bitcoin here on the weekly time frame. And I want to go to a 12-month chart just briefly because I want to go ahead and mark the open of 2022. Right? So this big red candle, this was the entire year of 2022. This is a 12-month chart, a 1-year chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this orange horizontal ray right at the open of the year of last year, 2022, and that was at $46,211. Okay. What I also want to do is I want to put a wick at the open exactly at the 2018 January 1st opening price, and that was at the time $13,863. All right, so let's go ahead and put a line there, 13,863. Okay, so first thing you're going to notice, now let's go back to a weekly chart. First thing you're going to notice Let's start in 2018, then we're going to move into present day here. And you'll understand, you'll see the big picture as I'm going through this explanation. So if it doesn't make sense immediately, it will make sense, so just stick with me. So here we have the start of 2018, all right? The price opened when Bitcoin was trading at 13,800 after it touched 19K. It crashed all the way down here to $3,100. And then what happened the next year in 2019, this is the Litecoin halving year, same year we're in right now in the Litecoin halving cycle. That year, what did Bitcoin do? The exact top of the rally was the yearly open for 2018. All right, so the bear market, the previous cycle, actually 2 cycles ago, the 2018 bear market, the opening price was $13,863 to the exact tick the following year in 2019. And if we go off of the 4-year cycles, we're in 2023 is the same equivalent year as 2019. The price literally for that rally, that bear market rally, touched that yearly open to the tick. That was the exact top. And then it went ahead, we had the COVID crash, and then we went to that new bull market. But this was a top, right, for about a year, right, from June to March. So around a 10-month start of a downtrend started after that 2018 yearly open was tagged. Now let's move into present day. So we know that the 2022 yearly open was up here at $46,200. All right, so if history is even going to semi-rhyme for this bear market rally year, echo bubble, whatever you want to call it, I've made it clear that, I think we're going to 30K. I was full on bullish at $18,000 back here in January. All right, at 18K was when I flipped the switch. I was like, it's go time, it's turbo time, here we go. 30K is the first level. I do believe that Bitcoin will trade above 25K this year and it will hit 30K. Now, if history is to rhyme a little bit, it doesn't have to exactly repeat, but if the 2019 bear market rally, if it's going to look similar in the equivalent year of the cycle in 2023, that means we get up towards 40K. All right? And that's going to be most likely the top of the rally if we go off of the previous cycle data. So you should have that in the back of your mind. You still have people calling for 12K Bitcoin, 10K Bitcoin, maybe even a few clowns out there calling for that $3,000 Bitcoin still. They didn't get the memo. But look at what happened in previous cycles, because we know at this point, if you've been in crypto for a little while of time, you understand how cyclical this market is. So it's important to look at those previous cycles and the data from it and use it to kind of map out the current cycle that we're in. And again, just very simple. The 2019 bear market, literally to the exact tick, hit the 2018 open. The 2022 open up here at 46K. So that means for the 2023 bear market rally, we should expect price to trade up here. This is still a while away from the all-time high, right? This is still another 48% away from that all-time high price. I am not calling for new all-time highs here at all, but I am saying that we most likely do this year in 2023 get up towards the 40K level. Maybe we even test the $46,200 level and we get some spooky coincidence where the exact same thing happened in 2019 and 2023. We'll see. Nobody can predict the future, but this is essentially over the next few months, this year really, I'm expecting the Bitcoin price to go ahead and trade up higher, above 30K, get up to 40K, and I would not be surprised to see a fat rejection down, but I don't really see this low breaking. All right. Most likely we get something like what happened in 2020 where we had a huge nuke, and it was, for some people it was horrible, but for people like myself who were ready and bought the dip, it was, a generational buying opportunity. But, it's very possible we get a huge nuke, 60-70%, to make that high or low before the actual Bitcoin halving year. Right? Let's say we get up to 43K and we drop 60%. That means we go back to 17K. That's still a high or low on the chart. So that's kind of the overall macro image that we're looking at here. Of course, I know all you guys are very eager to find out what's going to happen right now or what's going to happen tomorrow. So let's get into that now with Bitcoin as well as altcoins. But I just wanted to give you guys the big picture analysis before we really dive into the smaller time frames here on the chart. Let me catch up with the live chat and see what's going on. Andrea, we'll be looking at altcoins like Mute in a little while. We got X saying great content, brother. Appreciate that, X. Galau26 says, hi, Connor. Welcome back, bud. I'm looking to accumulate as much H-Bar, Casper, and Algo before the next bull run. Care to share your opinion on best entry prices for these? For sure, we will get into those towards the end of the stream when we get into our altcoin section. Adrian Kent with us today. We got Karen Dale saying appreciate you. Appreciate you, Karen, for the support being here. Be sure to smash up that like button, Karen, if you haven't already. Appreciate your support. Michael says, Connor, can you please take a look at Pokedex, Big Data Protocol, Crust? We'll look at that in towards the end of this stream, Michael. Tintin saying, thanks for the Vela tutorial, trying it now. Yeah, no problem. So if you guys haven't already seen that video I made yesterday, the Vela airdrop tutorial, I encourage you to check it out. I think that all trading is going to be done over DeFi. Not sure. I mean, centralized exchanges, they're a multi-billion-dollar business. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go out of business. But there's a good chance, just like Bybit is building Apex, that's a decentralized exchange very similar to Bybit, but it's built with an immutable smart contract. A lot of centralized exchanges know that DeFi is the future and everything is going to be going to DeFi. So Vela here, I'll show you guys. I really appreciate it. 26 of you guys have went ahead and signed up with my link. As you can see, I've earned a whopping $3.51. But check out Vela if you haven't already. Vela, really cool exchange, really clean user interface. And just like GMX was a huge winner, I think that Vela is also going to be a huge winner. And I had the token up at the start of the stream. If we look at Vela here, I mean, this is a revenue generating token. This thing can easily trade above $50. I mean, if you look on the weekly chart, it's been nothing but turbo bull from its launch, but it's been in pretty good market conditions. And not really, actually, and it's still outperforming. But anyways, Vela, I like it. I'm pretty bullish on it. And yeah, I think this thing can trade easily double digits, right? It's definitely going to get to 10. How high it goes past that, 20, 50, 100, who knows? But I think Vela is going to be a really good exchange, and I see the token doing very well too. So yeah, don't ignore this. Get the airdrop. It's free. You can get free tokens. Okay, so don't ignore it. Go watch that video if you haven't already. Morale Oral saying, wow, what's up, Morale? Good to see you. Frank the Tank DJ, and there's a lot of open positions for 30K by the end of March. For sure. All right, guys, we'll get into all these altcoin requests towards the end of the stream. Let's go ahead and take a look at Zyber real quick. Labradoodle asking about Zyber swap. So Zyber up 20% on the day. Love to see it. And let's go ahead and put this on a 4-hour price chart. So I made this very simple for everybody. During last week's live stream, actually, I put these levels on the chart. And as you see, it did hold up fairly well. Okay, so we formed a nice base on the 4-hour price chart over here at around $7. Support held. Now we're starting to move out of that. Price trading at $9.55. And here's the thing, guys. This thing was at 20 to 30 cents for around 10 days. And then it went up to $22. So it did 100x. Obviously, there's going to be people taking profit up here, right? I mean, listen, I was taking profit up here, right? You should have been too if you were in from these levels or these levels, right? Don't be a bag holder forever. You got to sell at some point. But anyways, came right back down to our outline support level at 7, exactly as I outlined for you last week. And now we're starting to pump. So Labradoodle is asking, where are we going to go to? Well, let's look at this chart and let's take it level by level. If I can find my normal tools that I would have on my regular TradingView account, that would be amazing. Whatever. We'll just use, I don't want this thing. We'll just use lines. Just use some basic lines. So first level, what do we have? We got a drop, base, drop supply zone. And this is right at 12 bucks. Okay, so $12. Also, yeah, this is your first obvious level at $12. And then above that, we got up here at just below 15. Okay, these are your two kind of macro resistance levels closest to current price. And I mean, this thing's got a market cap of like $8-9 million, so it doesn't take a lot to move this. But yeah, you could, if you bought at 7, right, as we outlined here, well, then it looks like you're going to have the chance to sell it at around 15 if you want to trade it. That's 100% on the table right there. So that's Zyber. Those are the levels here. Levels below remain intact, right, at 5 to $3 is the support below 7. So obviously you need some trading knowledge to put this analysis into action, right? So you need to be responsible, and you need to, learn some skills and learn some confidence and take your own trades when to buy and sell. But this is the information that should, if you didn't make any money from this one, and you've been watching my channel and you've seen all the Zyber videos, I'm really not sure what to say. I can only do so much. I can lead a horse to water, but I cannot make it drink. Anyways, let's get back to Bitcoin here. So we went over the weekly game plan for 2023. 2022 open up here at 46K. And yes, the title of my stream today is Will Bitcoin Reach 30K in March? I'm bullish right now. I do think that Bitcoin has the juice to get to $30,000, break through that 25K level. Right, a lot of bears are very kind of loud and proud right now, saying we're going to go low, we're going to get rejected. But 30K right now is a magnet. Price is going to hit this 28 to 30K level as far as I'm concerned. Right, I definitely think price has not traded above. If we go back to the daily, price has not traded above this wick. For me, I'm convinced that price will trade above this and tag and test some of these higher levels. Maybe it's quick. Maybe we get a quick pump in there, a hard rejection, and then we trade much lower, not back to 17. I think we hold around here. Like 19.5 is the lowest I think we'll go. But yeah, I think we're going to trade above. Maybe we get rejected and we trade sideways for a while. We got tax season coming up in May. The infamous saying, sell in May and go away, that's coming up pretty soon. The crypto market always crashes, right? I've talked about how cyclical the market is. The market always crashes pretty much in like the springtime, April, May, right? If you think back to 2021, when did we go crash for like months on end? It was March, April, May. So yeah, we're coming up to that point of the year where it's kind of usually does get a little bit ugly with tax season and everything else. So that's what we have on the table here. Now, kind of just a smaller game plan. So we're getting rejected right now. I wouldn't necessarily short, but I would look for longs lower. All right, just kind of the general plan is to long this area for me at around 22,600, 22,800 if we get it. Stop below the gray line here, and I would look to target the highs, something like that, on Bitcoin. Right? I never trust the Sunday pumps. I call them the Sunday scam pumps. Because every time basically we get a pump on the weekend, it always does a full round trip. So if you took a scalp yesterday or today, you went long and you didn't realize any profit just yet, I encourage you to start realizing your profit on the weekend, right? If you're opening trades on the weekend and you're using higher leverage and it's more of like a scalp, you need to be in and out. You cannot hold them, because if you've watched the market and you've analyzed the market and you actually trade, you understand that it happens so often on the weekend. We get a pump and it does a full round trip. So don't get caught holding the bag and seeing your position round trip. Take your profit. And again, right now I'm looking for another move lower, back towards the bottom of that range, and I'll look to get long down there. So that's Bitcoin. We just got a $5 super chat from Sanretsu. Sanretsu saying, always with the awesome content, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. He says, greatly appreciate your inputs. Let's effing go Tonic, RSR, SKL, Elon, and Ocean. Some interesting picks there. I like RSR, SKL for a layer 2. Doge Elon Mars is your meme coin pick, and then Ocean Protocol AI. I agree with Ocean. Are you asking me to chart these? Because we can definitely chart these if you'd like. But yeah, for sure. Let's go. Let's effing go for sure, 100%. Smash up that like button. Let's go. Well, look at Ocean. Why not? AI is going to come back so hard, guys. So get ready. Get ready for the next AI move. So Ocean here. Pretty funny. Look at my... I make it super easy for you guys, right? I like to label my charts. I label this blue line here the pullback entry level. And, you know, if anybody went ahead and marked that on their own and set their alert, set their entry there, you got a nice little bounce for a little scalp if you wanted to take that one. 8%. Anyways, so Ocean holding 37 cents right now, trading at 40. Kind of obvious strong support here. Right, all of this acting as support. So this is looking pretty good. I mean, this for sure, right? If you're trading this spot, which is the most obvious thing you should do, that's what, you know, 95% of the people watching this right now, they should be, you know, just trading these AI coins spot. But yeah, this was an amazing entry down here at 37. If we do see it again, or if we do trade even lower towards this next kind of demand area around 32 cents, you know, these are amazing entries as far as I am concerned for Ocean. Right now, this is at 40 cents. I mean, yeah, it bottomed out at 11. But anybody who's been in the market since the last cycle, you know, 2021, understands that 40 cents was basically the bottom for Ocean back then. What do I mean by that? Well, we'll zoom this out to a weekly chart. And over here, you know, in 2020, it went to 23 on a long wick on the weekly. But, you know, it spent most of its time right here around the 40 cent level before pumping up here to just under $2. But here's the thing. AI, nobody cared whatsoever about AI during the last cycle. Now AI is the cool kid in town and everybody cares about it. So yeah, Ocean is going to blow past $2. And you're getting it at basically, you know, the previous bear market lows, even at 40 cents right now. So as far as I'm concerned, it's an absolute no-brainer. If you want to learn more about Ocean, I made a video about it a month ago, you know, when it was trading down here at around 25 cents. I caught 100% on this move up to 50, hit my exact target. So yeah, that's why you guys need to have all bell notifications turned on, because I gave that exact trade right here on YouTube as well as in my Discord. But Ocean, super bullish on Ocean. FET, my number one AI pick. Talking about kind of fundamental plays. Let's do our Twitter wisdom. So for today's Twitter wisdom, we got our guy Secrets of Crypto, the OG altcoin trader, coming back. He hasn't tweeted in like a year. He put out his tweet yesterday, February 25th. And Secrets went ahead and said that every 4-year cycle, there's been one thing that's always worked to get rich. Pay attention. Slowly accumulate for months to years the most fundamentally strong projects during the bear market and hold until the crypto mania of the bull run. End tweet. Seems pretty common sense, right? Well, for a lot of people it isn't, because a lot of people get caught up in the hysteria. They get caught up in buying the dog coin with a $500,000 market cap because somebody on Twitter said that it's going to be the next Shiba Inu. All right, don't get caught up. You got to have your plan in place here, folks. You got to know the long-term bigger picture. Yes, you know, scalp trading is fun, day trading is great, but the bigger picture here with crypto is to invest and to have the patience to wait, you know, months to years for these investments to go ahead and mature into something great. And you need to have patience to do that. So I just kind of shared two very, very strong, fundamentally sound projects that I really like a lot in the artificial intelligence sector. Ocean Protocol, Fetch AI, FET, very solid. We got the liquid staking derivative tokens, stuff like LDO. LDO is, you know, one of the most held tokens by crypto VCs. I also hold a nice amount of that. Got it below $2. Didn't get it below 1, but I got it below 2, so I'm happy with that. I think it's got $10 easy in it personally. That's not financial advice, just my personal targets. So yeah, you got to have patience here. If you don't have the patience and you're in this to get rich quick, well then you can go watch somebody else's YouTube channel who's telling you to buy the 25,000x altcoin that's going to launch tomorrow. That's not how I do things, all right? I tell it how it is. So yeah, if you don't like it, go watch somebody else's channel who screams into the camera and says you're going to make 25,000 extra money if you buy this new coin. It's not how we do things here at Crypto Empire. So that's our Twitter wisdom for the day. Now let's move on to some relevant news. So we'll start with the good news, and then we'll go to the, you can call it, it's not really bad news. To me, it's more like a joke. I'll give you a sneak peek of what the joke is. Global crypto rules to be based on coming FSB and IMF synthesis paper, India says after G20 meetings. Like, look at these people, these dinosaurs trying to make rules for global crypto adoption. Might want to go get checked out by a doctor because, yeah, not sure your head is feeling right. G20. Joke. Anyway, I'll get into my full opinion on that in just 1 second. So the good news here is that China loves crypto. Hong Kong about to open retail and institutional crypto trading. Hong Kong, one of the biggest economies in the East. It's going to open the floodgates for billions to go into the market here. So the West is really scared and really nervous because they need to protect the US dollar. But their monopoly is definitely crumbling before our eyes. And the East is really trying to bring crypto to the forefront of everybody's attention and mind and really adopt it and use its technology for the better. So this is all going to be happening over the next few months. We can read here that they're trying to figure out how they want to plan the regulations, because as far as I'm concerned, so we can see anyway, they don't allow crypto trading right now in Hong Kong by law. So they're going to open that up. So that's really exciting for institutions too. Big Eastern money coming in. It can only be a good thing. Now about the bad news is on the other side of the coin, we got kind of the global people that run the financial system, like the IMF, Bank of International Settlements, the G20 leaders, aka puppets from across the world. They're all ganging up together, trying to figure out a way to manage crypto, because it gives too much freedom to us, the citizens of the world, right? The people that the government is supposed to serve. We have too much freedom now with crypto, so they're going to make some global crypto rules that we need to follow. It's a joke. They're going to lose in the end. They're going to put up a good fight for sure, because they need to. This is like their last hurrah, their last straw before they lose the monopoly on money. So expect a hard-fought fight that will last several years, most likely until like 2030. Who knows? But we're entering into a really fierce battle, so you better hold your ground, soldier, because we got a lot of crazy stuff happening. We just got a $10 super chat from Karen Dale saying, can't comment often because I listen while working, but love your content. Thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate the $10 super chat, and nice to see that you're watching even though you're not commenting. Regardless, I appreciate you being here. Really appreciate your support. Thank you. Smash up that like button, guys. We got half the amount of likes as current viewers right now in the stream. Gonna catch up with the live chat right now. Mr. G with us and Amsterdam. What's up, Amsterdam? Hope you're well too. Mr. G selling at 43K and buying back at 17K would be awesome. Yeah, for sure it would be. It's possible too. Reverend Flashback saying, hi Connor, how are you? Doing good, thank you. Do you think Vela will dump below current prices on airdrop day? I'm not so sure about that. There will be selling. There definitely will be selling. This is the account that I made yesterday for the airdrop tutorial, and the price of Vela was like $5. Now it's $6.43. Here's the thing: you stake this and you get revenue from the exchange. Basically, you get a piece of the pie. So if Vela grows, then a lot of people are just going to stake their airdrop and continue to ride with the exchange. So I'm not sure there's going to be a lot of selling on it. You can count on some, but I'm not sure it's going to be something like Blur. Who knows? Football Dream says, hi Connor. What if people only buy to hold? Will the price still drop by 60%? This time people seem to be buying to hold long term. Football Dream, I disagree, man. I mean, the market, you got to understand, when you come into this crypto market, you're coming up and you're going head to head against veterans, huge billion-dollar funds, market makers, people that have been doing this for 25, 30 years, trading for 25, 30 years. Like, you don't know what they're thinking. These guys are absolute killers when it comes to the market, right? You got to be at the top of your game if you're going to come into this crypto market. This is not get rich quick. No way. So when you say, what if people are only buying to hold? For every buyer, there's a seller. For every seller, there's a buyer. Yeah, I can still see the price dropping by 60%, even with people only coming in to buy and hold. It's like that every cycle. And guess what? They buy the top and then sell at the bottom. So, yeah, I would still expect huge volatility. Possible 60% drop after we go tag like 40K. Yes, it's all possible. Nanook saying, have you heard of Vertex? I have not. I have not heard of that one, Nanook. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue. Rico, we just talked about Zyber swap. Just go ahead and rewind the stream. And you can see that. So yeah, Ocean, again, your levels 37 cents and then 32, 30 cents, all amazing long-term entries. This is basically, we're at the floor from like 2019 and 2020, basically. So yeah, we're up huge. We're up 4x from the current bottom down here, but this thing has a long way to go. And we'll look at RSR2 for our guys saying Retsu. Guys, if you want to get me to a certain, if you want me to look at a certain chart quicker, I mean, certainly a super chat will do that. RSR. So RSR, after the nice deviation at the end of 2022 and start of the year, below that support from May, it is now back at mid-range. Put our 50% on here. So RSR here, mid-range is actually at 0.007, so it's still below mid-range, and it's right now at the resistance at 0.005. Yeah, 0.005. So this looks like it wants to cover some more ground. This currently has been a nice pullback after a pretty nice solid run up. This was a 21% drawdown. So that's encouraging. Whoops. So after a 21% drawdown, we need to get through 0.0056 here. And then, we reclaim and we start going up higher. And the next level would be at the 50% of the range, which is going to be 0.007, which also lines up perfectly with a obvious supply zone on the chart here. Okay, so RSR, I still like RSR, and you can buy it for half of a penny right now. This thing has an all-time high of 12 cents. You know, I need to make another RSR video. I'm going to put that at the top of my priority list for this upcoming week. And I'm also going to buy some more of this myself. Half of a penny. If you zoom this out to a weekly, right, the all-time high is up here at 11.9 cents. It's half a penny right now. It's got a 20x to the all-time high. And the good thing is RSR, again, is fundamentally solid. They have a very legit protocol that they've built, a very, very competent team that is building it, and they have been nonstop working through multiple bear markets now. So RSR, really solid pick. My stance has not changed over the years. And yeah, at half of a penny, it's kind of like a no-brainer, where sure, this thing can drop, you know, to zero. It could go to zero, of course. Any cryptocurrency could go to zero. But, you know, if you look at the risk reward of this chart, knowing the fact that RSR is actually a solid, legitimate project, cryptocurrency, right? Look at the risk reward on this chart. This is your risk down here. This is your reward. This should make your eyes light up. All right, this is like a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Buy low and sell high. Does this look low to you down here, or are you going to buy it up here? It's that simple. Yeah, that's RSR though. And like I said, on the smaller time frames, our mid-range is, we got a ways to go actually to that. We still got another 35%. So maybe some hidden bull div there, but yeah, I would really, you know, if we get a pullback like towards this low here, this is a good setup, right? A previous demand zone. You know, now the current demand zone would be here, but oftentimes we'll see something like a sweep of this level right into demand before reversing out. So this is the RSR shorter term game plan here if we wanted to go ahead and take this one. And I have my solid red line there for a reason, so I'll go ahead and respect that and put my stop underneath it. Again, targeting mid-range. This is a 6-to-1, risking 7 to make 44. And that is RSR. I like that. Let's talk about OP, Optimism, Sanretsu. Those are like the two coins I like the most out of the ones you mentioned from your super chat. So we'll go ahead and keep it moving, but I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Now OP has been crazy, whipsaw volatile. Of course, they had their big Coinbase news, where they're going to be helping Base Protocol, which Coinbase is layer 2. We don't need another layer 2, but hey, Coinbase wants to get in on the action. And they want to use the Optimism developer stack to do that. So it's a good thing for Optimism. Now there's a bunch of short stops all up here like above 310. Right? There's a bunch of short sellers. They all have their stops at these levels. So as somebody who understands that, that's going to act like a magnet for price. We'll be creative here and get our magnet, right? This is going to act like a magnet for price. And I could see OP coming back up here towards this range high supply zone. Now, here's the thing. This is definitely highly correlated. Everything is highly correlated to Bitcoin. So I gave you the Bitcoin game plan, right? Expecting like a little pullback, and then I'm looking for longs on Bitcoin. So for OP, hit 270 yesterday. Beautiful bounce off of support. It went as low as 263. But anyways, this up here, like $3, 310, 320. Price is most likely going to go tag that. If Bitcoin does end up pulling back as well, this is going to be a great place for a short. And from there, we want to look for basically a confirmation pullback entry to get long on OP as it goes into price discovery. Because with Bitcoin possibly breaking through 25K towards the start of March, it's going to send altcoins also really pumping pretty hard. So definitely want to be able to catch the OP price discovery breakout. And again, I'm not sure it's going to happen on the next attempt. Maybe it just crushes all the shorts in their stops, comes lower, and then goes higher again. But that's kind of the overall general game plan for OP here. Rigoberto says, will we see 18K before 30K Bitcoin? I do not think we will, Rigoberto. I do not think we will. All right, Andre has been very patient asking about Mute. We'll take a look at Mute. So Mute is currently trading for $1, and we'll start on the higher time frame first. You can see a lot of buys coming in on Uniswap right now. So on the weekly here, nice breakout from January 1st. And as a ZK roll-up coin, it did catch some of that hype cycle, but the ZKs, it pumped 4x, 300%. Still up 150% from that entry. But pullbacks, keep it very simple. No need to get intricate here. This is your buy level for the pullback from 60 cents to 92 cents. This is your entry zone, if you want to call it that, on Mute, just based off the technicals. Karen says, I don't see your Vela referral link. I'll put it right here. It's in the description of my video, but I'll put it right here in the live chat too. If you want to use it, I appreciate that. We got Elvis asking for ISP. What was your best investment based on returns? Matic Network by far. Matic I bought in November of 2020 for just over 1 cent. And of course that had an all-time high of $2.92. So Matic, I mean, as of right now, is my personal best. Zyber Swap is just an awesome one that did really well for me. I've caught some other ones throughout the year. I mean, RSR was like a 10x. I've gotten a lot of 10 to 20x's, but my best by far was Polygon Matic. I bought Hex at like a fraction of a penny. I ended up selling most of it for like 8 to 10 cents. I held a super small amount up to like 60, but yeah, Matic by far is. I remember on the same exact day that I bought Matic, I also bought Hex. And those were like my two best buys ever in November 2020. All right, we'll look at some of these alts. We got ISP for Elvis. Chandrian asking, Bitcoin will 20K will come in this month before it could go back to 25K and higher. It is possible. It does go. I would say the lowest that Bitcoin will go if we do get a major sell-off, a major crash, the lowest that I see it going is 19,500. But my stance right now with 23K, 22,800 holding as support as of now, I would expect a retest of that 22.8. From there, I'm going to be looking for longs because I'm going to ride that up back to the range high at 25K. That's my overall trading plan right now for Bitcoin. I don't think it goes at this point and tests 20K before the end of February. So ISP, I've never heard of this. It's Qcoin gem, it looks like. Definitely has the price action of a Qcoin gem coin, right? Pump, huge dump, sell off, bear market basing. This is a weekly chart. Now, starting to break out from that. And Elvis, this is very simple. I know you see it too, so I know you know what to look for, but got a bit of a triangle forming here. Okay, and right now it is at the apex. So certainly we want to see Bitcoin hold strong and go higher. Let's check this thing's market cap because that's definitely important. Yeah, super low cap. This thing has a $4.1 million market cap. So even if Bitcoin sells off, this thing can still pump because it's so illiquid and such a low market cap. If you look at where the price currently is too, it's at resistance. So yeah, I mean, did trade above the resistance level. It's in consolidation. As far as I'm concerned, this is going to be looking for continuation. And to your next level of supply, you got a gain of 60% on the table here. But with such a low market cap, if this is actually fundamentally strong, it could really make up a lot of lost ground. And if it does go to 1 cent, which is up here, right? If it does go to 1 cent, that's a 7x for you. So yeah, Elvis, that's ISP. Looks ready for continuation now, just based off of this market structure here. The really compressing price action. After the expansive move, we're getting compressed. Now it's going to expand again. And just based off of the technicals, this is looking for a breakout. If we're going to take a measured move breakout, we can do that. Like so. And the measured move takes this basically to that target level that I outlined. 55-60% gain. That's ISP. Austin Craig asking for VeChain. We'll look at that. So VeChain, I did chart this last week for you guys. And again, I make it very simple by marking my charts. And you can see I marked this area to bid. Very clear. Well, what happened? It did pierce through it. Again, that's common. People are going to put their stops below the support. What happens? They get wicked out, and then the move happens. So the bid area did hold up. Really clean market structure on its way up. Right, nice Elliott wave, you can call it, if you're into that. Now we got the ABC correction. It looks pretty spot on. The A, the B, the C. Now we should start to form another 7 wave up. I mean, this is just so clean. So yeah, VeChain, it's looking good. I mean, this is a nice flush out, right? This is a correction. This is a 19.5% correction here, right into our support demand zone. So what we would want to do is, at this point, this is like my favorite for an 88.6 W reversal. Okay. It's for the 88.6. It looks like this. We want a big move down into it. We want the market to bottom. We want a retracement higher. Small move down, double top, then the 88.6. This is our entry. And then we look for the move higher. So for VeChain on the 4 hour here, if we use this as our move down, and we want to target that 88.6, going to be at 2.642 cents. And if this low does hold, obviously that's going to be a great entry. But there is a chance if the market gets ugly, it's going to go take out this low. So that's why we use a stop loss, of course. But for this one, it would look something like this. I want to give it a little bit of breathing room. Yeah. So it depends. I mean, obviously we're trading here. We're trading the right side of the chart. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. But all these levels looks like price would want to test it. So essentially, if this one doesn't work out with a stop around here, you need to retry here. And your 88.6 is again at 2.642 cents. If we zoom this out again on the daily time frame here for VeChain, up here it has not touched my solid yellow line at the top of the bear market range here. Okay, when the market first crashed last year in May, this was our top on the bounce. Price has not traded in this level yet. Got pretty close, but it hasn't made it there. Price has memory. I would expect the price to trade in this level above 3.3 cents. So what we want to do is look for a long to take us there. And that's the plan here. Okay? That's the plan. Something like that, right? If we can catch it lower at 2.4, great, but 2.6 right now makes sense. That's VeChain. Joel Barger says, "What up, Connor? Appreciate your hard work as always." Thank you. Thank you, Joel. Good to see you here. Tintin, Connor, do you hold Icon? I do not. Do not hold Icon. No one seems to be talking about it these days. Please have a look at the chart. And Tintin, what was the other one you wanted me? Zus. Zus. ZCN. Cloud computing, you said. Yeah, let's see. ZCN. Okay, so this is a weekly price chart on ZCN, and this one looks very good because it has not pumped yet. And again, we were talking about RSR a little bit earlier. Right, what I just did with this green line is I just dropped it at these support levels. And as you see, the price is currently under the support level. So something like this, really small market cap, $10 million. So again, just like with RSR, this is your risk. This is your risk, and then your reward. So it looks pretty good to me. It's pretty good. Even to these range highs, you got 255% gain. To this level, you got 500%, and then back up to these highs, you got, around an 8 to a 9x in price. So, yeah, if this thing gets going, I mean, this is a good-looking chart. It had a good bull run last time around, right from the current prices. selling. So here's the thing: a lot of people look at this chart and they're like, "Oh man, all you have to do is buy it down here and then sell it up here, and you would have made a 20x." Do you know how hard it is to sell the exact top? So few people manage to sell that exact Pico top. So what do? You sell on the way up, right? Again, you sell into the volume. When you look at the chart and on the weekly, you see all this green buying. That's when you got to sell. You don't want to sell during the red. Certainly not. Anyways, yeah, ZCN, ZUS looks good. At the same exact prices that it was in that previous bull market before it pumped like a 9x, so it's pretty good. Take a look at MELD. It's a crypto bank on ADA and AVAX. Sorry, X. I'm going to pass on that one. I have no interest in a crypto bank on ADA and AVAX. Rigoberto says, Connor, how are the gym gains, bro? Green candles or some reds? It's been green candles, man. Been green candles from December. Been getting after it pretty hard. Janked up my shoulder badly last year doing BJJ, but I've now recovered from that. And yeah, I mean, I'm back to crushing pull-ups. You know, I can hit 15 in a set again, which is great. Goal is 20. And I can't do muscle ups right now, which is super annoying because it feels like my shoulder is going to pop out again. But we're building the strength back, Rigoberto. We're feeling really good. I was in there 5 days this week. I was in the gym right before this live stream. So we're taking it seriously, man, as everybody should. Anyway, let's look at the icon chart. I believe it's ICX. So ICX here on the weekly already looks good to me. Despite the current week of consolidation. The reason it looks good is it broke the bear market trend line, right? Going back to the November top. The April, end of March pump when Bitcoin hit 48K, Icon hit $1.05. Came all the way down here to 13 cents. And now it's breaking levels. It's breaking levels, looking good, looking for continuation higher. Icon, if anybody doesn't know, it's kind of like a dead smart contract layer 1 from the 2017 bull market. Never got going. Still got like a diehard community of people, those that are left. But Icon, yeah, I don't hold any of this. It's at 25 cents here. I mean, this weekly chart, so we swept this high. Okay, we made a slightly higher high, but it was a swing failure, right? It was just a wick. And then from that, it's now been in consolidation for a month straight. And it did drop 32% after sweeping that wick. So that's good if you're a bull, all right? It got rejected. Now it's been in consolidation for a month. Sooner or later, probably sooner rather than later, it's going to look for the continuation move to get through this 30-cent resistance level. And really, just like Bitcoin has its target around the lows from the summer of 2021 correction, so do a lot of altcoins. So ICX is no different, right? These are the levels you should be targeting, around 50 to 70 cents. So this is over 120%. I like it. Gala on our weekly. So we just looked at ICX, and you know, ICX Yeah, Gala's got a date with 7 cents. Right now it's at 4. Let's go to a daily chart. So I like Gala a lot long term. And if we measure this move, this was a 40% correction on Gala. And it did put in a nice bounce yesterday. This is weekend price action. So yeah, we want to see the support level hold at 4 cents. But these all look like very good levels. If you want to invest, I actually have a rule. I went to long Gala when it got hacked, the day it got hacked, and I got wiped. Didn't get liquidated. I got stopped out, but I was just like, I'm not going to trade this coin ever again. I'm just going to invest in it. So I don't trade Gala, right? I would only buy it and hold it for the long term. And yeah, right now it's at good levels. If we can get it below 4 cents again, steal. This thing is going to get to $1. Probably this year, most likely next year, 2025. And right now it's at 4 cents. So yeah, Gala, maybe on the weekly it wants to revisit this low, but there's a good chance that it never does. And everybody waiting for this low to get hit gets front run, and it just continues on up higher. And here's the thing, there's always the unknown. In the market with these metaverse crypto gaming coins, the unknown is what if there's another announcement like we had in November of 2021 where Facebook announced the change to Meta and the metaverse blew up, right? With AI, ChatGPT came out of nowhere in December of 2022, and now that caused all of the crypto AI coins to pump. Okay? So what if we have one of these, curveball scenarios where something just pops up out of nowhere that nobody really thought of, and it causes a specific market sector to really start to outperform the others, right? What if there's a big crypto gaming kind of announcement like we had with Meta and Facebook, and we get another one? Well, everybody waiting for lower prices on the gaming coins is going to get front run, and that's when we see FOMO in the market. So yeah, Gala below 4, good levels to DCA for the long term. That's Gala. Andreas and Rune had such a bad momentum so far. Yeah, Rune has not gotten going yet. Ian M says, thanks for your video on crypto gaming, Connor. We'll be robotic with DCAing into ape. Saying Galamana. No problem, Ian. Right? If you like the high caps, beautiful. I think they should do well for you, but of course, nobody knows for sure, but I think that's a good plan. Now, Sama, nothing changed with Sama. Right? When it fell below this support level, everybody was asking me here on the live stream what's going on with Sama. I said it was just a deviation. I said the weak hands are going to panic sell. And well, what happened? It reclaimed the support level. It was just a deviation. And right now it is above the support. So, and really nothing to worry about. I'm bullish. If you panic sold or you lost your patience with this one, that's fine. But yeah, there's a good chance that this one crushes it. And so let's go to Twitter real quick. Donnie Big Bags is the guy who is building Sama, and he just put up 200K. This is going to get a Polkadot parachain slot, so I wouldn't fade it, right? It's basically the best metaverse pick in the Polkadot ecosystem, and here's the thing. It actually already has a community. It's like the only Polkadot project with an actual community already. So Sama, no reason to panic over this. Still a great entry. Iron Shock asking about Phantom. Phantom on the daily. Again, another one bouncing directly on the support lines. So this is nice. So this corrected a lot more than other altcoins. FTM was down here at around 42 cents when we had the CPI meeting last week, and of course everything pumped from that. Now Phantom's one of the few that came down and kind of retested these CPI levels. A lot of alts are like up here on their respective charts. Phantom corrected further. So this looks like it will go back to the trend line. And here's what you want to do. If you want to take a long on this, well, you can draw this down to the lower time frames. Again, I said it's going to go to the trend line. It's not 100% that it will go there, but you know, this is like a perfect inverse head and shoulders on the 2-hour chart. Okay, you got your breakout neckline like here. I wouldn't risk much on this, but something like this on FTM. Nah, I be patient. Be patient. Wait for lower. Put the entry where I originally just had the stop loss. Put the entry at like 4.5. Something like this on FTM. Right? Everybody long this breakout candle. All the breakout traders took their breakout trade here. All right, they're going to get stopped. And you want to buy where their stop is. And all of their stops are like below these lows. So just take your entry where they would have their stops, and then you can ride it up to the trend line at 51 cents. And that's a nice little trade there. That's obviously all short term. This is a 2-hour chart. So if you're going to do this trade on your own, it's not financial advice, but if you do it on your own, don't be looking on a 15-minute chart, right? You should use an hour or 2-hour chart. And then stick with that time frame during the entire time you have the position open, so that you don't psych yourself out and close too early because you're looking on a 5-minute chart and you see a big red candle. Very novice mistake there. Don't fall into that trap. So that's FTM. And then when it does get to this trend line, if you want to wait for it to confirm a retest before you look for an entry long. So, you know, go ahead and target the highs, and then FTM up here to $1 is going to happen. Quant, let's look at QNT. So, Quant, this trade actually goes back a little bit. This was a swing trade that I put in the Crypto Empire premium Discord group, as we see here. Back here on January 15th. All right, we were taking our entry around 130, targeting 169. I took profit. I don't remember where it exactly was. It was around 140 to 145. Over a month ago now. Didn't reach 169 and reached 165, and now it's right back to that 130 level, and it's holding support very well right now, which is, you know, encouraging to see. I don't really see any reason to be bearish on this. It did. Let's go to. This is a daily time frame here, and notice on the daily it took out this low. Right, then it saw a nice bounce, Now it's back. It took out all these lows again, holding. Just the way these two daily candles look, tell me we're going to get a move soon. So I would just kind of look for a lower entry. Try to catch an entry. This is all demand down here from like 130 to 125. All right, so you want to try to look for something in that demand area, and then look for another move up. But from high to low at this point, quant has corrected 23%. If it is to correct further, this low over here on the daily is a 30% correction. And this is where it would go if it loses the current support level. It would come to this one here. Okay, notice that's where I put the stop on the trade. So yeah, interesting. I mean, first of all, this trade already played out, so we can get rid of this. We need to make a new one now. Keep it simple. Two buy zones, right? Like 129 to 125, and then below 120. I don't see it breaking, this support down here at 115. So that all looks good for QNT. I don't think that this is it, right? I don't think that this was the only move it's going to have. I think it's got more in it. A 60% pump is cool. But a lot of alts have done 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x when quant did a 60% move. And quant is always funky. Quant will always underperform when everything is doing well. And when the whole entire market sells off and everything looks horrible is when quant pumps. Right, so thing's got a mind of its own. Thing has got a mind of its own. Let's take a look at Litecoin here. So Litecoin may reevaluate this, but Litecoin, to me, especially versus we'll start on the Bitcoin pair here. So Litecoin versus Bitcoin on the daily time frame has held up on a triple bottom. And it's also holding this demand level too, right? So this all looks very good to me for Litecoin. Don't forget, when the market moves for the past like 3 months, when the market would move higher, Litecoin would be the first coin to move, and it would move harder than everything else. So with Litecoin looking bottomed out versus Bitcoin, it's very possible we get some more of that. So versus Bitcoin, that looks good. And then versus the dollar over here, if it is to make its way back up to these range highs versus BTC, and it pumps 20% versus Bitcoin, on the dollar pair, I can see it putting in like a 25% candle, 30% candle into the top of this red box, which lines Sorry about that, guys. It looks like I hit my microphone and muted it. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream right now. For Litecoin, no audio. Yeah, I hit my mic. I muted it by accident. Sorry about that. But yeah, Litecoin, like I said, layer entries in. Low leverage, no higher than 5x if you're going to use leverage. I already own a ton of Litecoin spots, so I'm not trying to like hit a lottery win, but I like the risk reward on this. I like the risk, I like the reward. Litecoin, if we are going to get a move up higher in the market, Bitcoin going to get through 25K, you can only expect Litecoin to outperform like it has been doing. So I like it. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up the stream right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I certainly enjoyed presenting it to you all. I'm excited for another week. We got the end of February quickly approaching and the start of March quickly approaching as well. And with the end of a month and the start of a new one, it always brings volatility to the market. So it's going to be an exciting time, and I look forward to trading it, as well as making videos here at Crypto Empire. A lot to look forward to. And yeah, my opinion, again, the Bitcoin game plan is don't trust the Sunday pump, but trust the Sunday dip that it's going to hold. And that's where I'm going to be looking for long entries. Whether it's Sunday night, Monday morning, the plan will stay the same. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Go to my website, cryptoempire.co.io. And if you want to join my private Discord, you can find all the information to do that there. If you want to trade crypto, well, you can use something like Vela. Appreciate it if you guys use my link. Or if you want to use a centralized exchange, I trade on BitGet. If you want to sign up, there's a link down in the description below. And you will get a ton of bonuses, fees, discounts, deposit bonuses if you sign up with that link. So I appreciate your support on that one. It does directly support the channel. But that's all I have for today, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you guys staying with me throughout the entire live stream. If you have not already smashed that like button, go ahead and smash it right now. Devo saying, which lines up perfectly with the top at 130. It lines up perfectly with this top over here from March of 2022 at $130. My audio got cut off there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. It was another awesome stream, and we got our usual schedule coming to you. If you guys haven't noticed on my YouTube channel, I did update my banner. All right, so live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. It's now officially on my banner, so you can expect to see me live at these times during the morning on the weekdays, and then Sunday, usually afternoon. So see all you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this stream. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. If it's already Monday where you are in the world, have an amazing week. Do what you got to do to get where you want to get. Anyways, Connor from Crypto Empire signing out.